Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome back to Mom Can Have Another Dollar. We're playing DoDonPachi. Now, if you know much about bullet hell games, you'll know that this game is the bullet hell game.
If you know what bullet hell, full stop.
All right. What should I... you know what?
Kyle, you know damn well none of us knows any difference between any two things, and it doesn't matter. Just choose something.
Of bullet hell.
Just choose the favorite color. The same way you selected your mate for life.
Wow.
Saying he's a racist.
That's a bold accusation, Keith.
Which is essentially defamatory, but not actionably so because it's an opinion. I can hide behind that shield forever.
It's a wrong opinion, though, because most of my girlfriends before her were
opinions are never wrong.
Well, why? There's a reason you broke up with those ones, not this one.
Well, this is a strong start to an episode.
I just lean over and wearing a pinstripe business suit, and I like flip out a little business card between my two fingers, and it just says my name and fucker. No further information.
Somebody looks up and your face is a skull wearing sunglasses.
It's Swag Skull.
There's like pink smoke leaking out of my neck area. And then the mouth opens up and it's just like a bunch of white noise.
I was going to say that's where the card comes from. Is the jaw clacks open and just
what?
The same business card just like pours out like a fucking avalanche.
Oh, God.
Just disgorging a bunch of fucking business cards onto, like, their lunch or something. They can't stop me. So I show up and I come up with this ill-founded and unsubstantiated accusation that you're a racist, and then I cover you in business cards.
Wow.
That highlight you as a fucker.
Just nothing else.
No phone, no contact information whatsoever.
Then it smashes to like an opening credit sequence, like a 70s style action movie, and it, you know how they like painted the words physically onto the film, and it has that look with a drop shadow and all, and it just says Keith Richards, fucker for hire.
Yeah, you're a fucking living Guy Ritchie film.
I'll take your word for it, Mr. College.
Keith Richards is the fucker.
The last non-Pixar movie I think I saw was fucking
It's
Death
true.
of Stalin. So like,
I like that you have to qualify.
That was a good movie.
Just think like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Did you ever see that one, Keith?
Is that a movie, or are you just talking
boy.
about the things you would kill me with?
Keith is much less cultured than I wanted to.
He's
not
even less
give him
cultured than
credit.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, I
Which is
like to
a
read
feat
more
unto
than I
itself.
like movies, because in movies, you'll never see a narrator mention blackamoors.
I mean,
Fuck.
Which is something that comes up in the Arabian Nights on every third page. Which is not something I knew about it when I started reading it, but it makes Sonic and the Secret Rings 10 times funnier to me now.
so who's racist, me or you?
Oh, wow. That came around
Well, I
in a
mean,
funny
I don't
way.
think that's racist. That's just
Well,
like
Keith just said
that was a
he was happy to see that it was in there.
Yeah,
So,
but like
I don't know.
not in of itself, only in the
like
context.
that was a qualifier back then. It's not like the N word. It's just it's like the way that we just say black people.
Yeah, I guess. Except it's mentioned pretty much exclusively in the context of them being slaves. To be fair, they also mention women almost exclusively in the context of being slaves too.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's I mean that's a product of the times, really.
It is the Arabian Nights.
Man, don't you guys miss those days?
Again, I'm
right?
not defending the book or the fucking time period or anything. I'm just defending the usage of the word for this episode. I don't give a fuck outside of
In
that.
that one context, we got away with it once, but Kyle, don't
What?
you try pushing that envelope. What with you being racist and all?
No, I just
Yeah.
remember one of our friends, back
Yeah.
when we used to do stand up.
Oh shit.
One of our friends would refer to another one as Stephen the Moor.
Yeah, he did not know the
No, he
line.
knew- he knew what he
tried.
was doing.
He was absolutely
Alright.
certain of what that word means.
All
Yeah.
right.
And I mean, it would, just breaking it down, he was half accurate.
Incidentally, I did learn that apparently Northwest Africa was, I guess, also known as the land of the setting sun.
Huh.
So it's the anti-Japan. Japan and Morocco, right?
Japan.
Japan. Well, it is, kind of, because it's like, can you imagine a culture that would have hentai less?
It was the 7-Up of Asia.
Is this where we play the
I don't know what
Kenyan
that
man
means.
talking about Ita Pupu or whatever it was?
Because they were the Uncola.
That was Uganda or something. Shush, Kyle, you're ruining everything. Nick, go back to talking about 7-Up, that game that you play in grade school.
I don't want racist cool spot.
Oh, damn. Is there any other kind? No, but imagine, Sonic and the Secret Rings, right?
No.
No.
You're aware of it.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Well, at one point, they made a Sonic spin-off series where Sonic is jettisoned into different works of classic literature for some fucking reason.
Keith,
And-
I know we're friends, but we're not
There
in
were
the same.
4 sets of quotation marks.
Yeah, you really you labored through enunciating that particular
Yeah,
word.
I'm glad I got the verbal.
Really shoved that word through a fence.
You can tell it was italic.
Yeah, but
I've
we're
never
not-
seen spoken italics before.
But we're not plugged into Sonic like most people you speak
This
to
is
on
from
a daily basis.
2006.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't fucking matter. It
was
doesn't
one of
matter
the
what
big-
game
means
came out. I
even
don't know anything
less.
about it.
the only
people
time I
don't.
ever encountered Sonic was when I was like 9.
Yeah. I know that they made a third one, and then the fact that there's more, and I know about them, is happenstance.
Well, so Sonic was in the world of the Arabian Nights
Oh,
in
you're
one
going to
game.
tell us about it anyways. Okay.
That's all there is to tell. I'm just telling you, there was a Sonic game set in Arabian Nights.
Oh.
And having read the book since I've been aware of that game, I realized that there must have been a point where Sonic walked by a procession of women and blackamoor slaves. Did you get those quotes? All right. So what do you think his reaction was? Is he
Oh
just
boy,
like,
look at all those blackamoors and slaves.
"Heh, cool. Heh, heh." No,
Gotta
there's
go
no
fast.
and there, Kyle. They're the one and the same.
And then,
Well,
Look at those slave
you know
women.
what?
This place is
Until
cool.
now, I assume this was just your weird headcanon was to
Yeah.
attach Sonic to this book that you're reading.
Well,
because
in fairness, I did write that.
I mean,
like,
you are.
King of
I
the
get
Hill.
that, but I didn't realize that there was something that could generously be called a prompt for that.
No, yeah. Viewers back me up. Sonic and the Secret Rings. Hey, maybe we'll make a spin-off series where we play Sonic and the Secret Rings and write a book report about the Arabian Nights. We can
No, we
each
won't.
be assigned a story, and they'll all talk about blackamoors in a different way. And Kyle will have the most fun with that.
I mean, from what you're saying, it sounds like just statistically that's accurate. But no.
Also, there's cannibalism and stuff too. So there's like
of
a
course.
well, sign me up.
Well, I'm just wondering what. Well, Sonic. All right. The other funny thing in those games is that the other Sonic characters are literally there as characters from the Arabian Nights. Like Tails is Alibaba, and fucking Knuckles is Sinbad. And in Alibaba finds the quartered corpse of his murdered brother dangling in the cave of mystery. And I'm just wondering, what did that look like when it was Tails?
No, you haven't played the game?
That canonically must have happened if he's Alibaba, right? Right?
I guess,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely, definitively. I'm putting it in concrete here. Yes.
Okay, so I imagine Tails' older brother would have 4 tails, and there's 2 on each half of his quartered ass. How do you quarter a corpse anyway, exactly?
All right, well, gents, do we keep
up
going?
the middle?
Sure, we're having
Both
a pretty good
directions.
conversation.
All right,
You
so
seem to be having fun
we're
over
gonna
there.
do a 2-parter, and the first time in years.
Come back to find out what
I'm
a
killing
4-tailed
civilians.
ass looks like quartered. Next time on Mom Can I Have Another $1?